Blue folder. Act and glow. Natural born. Yeah. Stand firm. Beat drops hard. You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. Natural born. Natural born. Across the nation, value one, handle all with tender care. Word of a holy notion, token if your life gets spared. Enemy out to get you wild, and he playing foul. Joy in a pen pal, deceptive with a grin and smile. So charming, type you alike. He bite, but he hold no mic. Devil, you get the burning. I'm learning to shine through night. Like my wrist game, high glisten. I'm different when I do my thing. Old man came, look at my chain. Global boom with a kingdom bang. Not global fame, but I'm pushing 24s. Knock street like thunder. Beeline Judah roar, hear the line growl from under. Dreads up bass style, hyphy raider on the prowl. Late night soul renovator, blue folder standing tall. Undercover serve life tougher when I fish and spill truth. King of the hill for real, reflect God in the booth. Real. Air whistle before drop in the groove. Air whistle before drop. You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. Natural born. Natural born. I'm out here bubbling, records selling late to the streets. Encore, more warriors fighting for peace. Up in the kingdom where it rains, beware of edifying. Build a body up strong, keep the unity aligned. And weather blizzard gloom, I grab my platoon. Soldiers bear fruit of the loom, make the devil clear the room. Tycoon with the tune, nobody better disrespect. The way I juggle these words, as good as it gets, hood legit. More people looking up now, solid rock cry. Jesus hotter than fire in town, knowing they not. Bands around the clock, hold my Christianity top. Natural born soldier, never fold under pressure. Blue folder leader, kingdom over treasure. Drop drums on.
Come on, man.
You can catch me in the zone. Beat slams backing on. Crowd chant louder. Natural born, natural born, natural born, natural born. Glow power protection.
Man, we almost forgot. We almost forgot, bro. Man, when I talk about like, let's see, BlessemLord. See how far ahead we done got of ourselves. Like, man. I'm like, is this the point to, like, is this the place where I come and I just truly, sincerely just apologize? Like, y'all, hey, I apologize, man. I got y'all on a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's a part of it where it's like the roller coaster is necessary. It's part of the stream. You know what I'm saying? It's multitasking. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of it, it's like, hold on, y'all. Let's take all these micro businesses, you know what I'm saying? And let's build one mega business. You feel me? Like, I got so many different what I'm calling right now micro businesses that I'm so far ahead of myself. It is like, it's overwhelming, bro. Like trying to get this back where I need it to be is, it's ridiculous. I'm trying hard. Like I said, I apologize. You feel me? But I'm trying to get it together now. You know what I'm saying? We got mad at him. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even real mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Sweetheart, we got real mad at him. You know, in case y'all don't forgot. What's up with y'all though, man? How y'all doing? Tap in. What's good? What's good? I really don't know. I promise you, I really don't know. And I'm trying to give myself the grace and the gratitude, of not feeling like I have to fashion or buckle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as I'm going through this, I want to share with you guys. Hey, even with yourself, give yourself some leniency, give yourself some grace. Stop going so hard on yourself. You know what I mean? You know how hard that is when you go so hard on yourself, and then you got to be the very one to lift yourself back up. Like you were the one who really put yourself in this slump, put yourself into this place of misery. You get what I'm trying to say? And then you have to work hard to get yourself up out of it. See, me, it's a little different from all these different micro businesses that I've created. Now I need to focus on something, but I'm doing, in the midst of it, I'm doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still doing what I love. And I think that's what overweighs everything is the passion behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's the passion behind it. Well, let's get to it though. You know? And you guys is more than welcome. You feel me? Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. I'm like, what we no matter, we building a radio, mainline radio. Let's build. Let's build mainline radio. Let's build it from the ground up. You know what I mean? Build a straight radio station. Oh, I love that. I love that. Let's do that again. Let me see, can we do that again? I want to do that again. That was so nice. I want to do that again, y'all. I want to see that again. That was nice, bro. Mainline radio. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Man, submit your music. Get it. Her submitted today. Have we logged in? Let me see him. Are we logged in? You see something, y'all. See and submit your music. Let's submit some music. Let's just submit some music. Let's submit some music, so. Like I see something not right. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Let's see about the video makers. Ooh. I want to see about the video maker too. You know what I'm trying to see? Or is it just, it's probably a little too much on the stream right now. You know what I'm saying? But let's go and see if we can at least mainline. Well,
Stand victorious.
well, we on it's on.
My brother, when you gonna give it up? My sister, let the Lord fill your cup. My friend, come on in and work
to fix this. We gon' leave this alone.
You've been running from the light, but the light still call you. Tears in the night, but the word still saw you. Hands on your head like the weight too heavy, but grace still steady and the cross still ready. You try money, you try fame, you try pride, still empty inside with nowhere to hide.
I'm about to put it in the chat, you know what I mean? So y'all can tap into the radio too.
That crowd won't follow you.
You feel me?
Mama still praying, daddy still hoping.
I don't know what I just did. I don't know what I just did, y'all. I don't know what I just did, y'all. It's too much, bro. Too much. Too much. Too much. But here I had it got that Rob Wave, Rob Stone. And then it's got that Slim Capone in there too.
Stand firm.
It's Mr. Globe. No, this is actually a king globe. You know what I'm saying? He's actually a king.
Yeah, you can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. 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 Natural born. Procrastination, value, one handle it all with tender care. Word of a holy notion token if your life gets spared. Enemy out to get you wild and he playing foul. Joy ain't a pen pal, deceptive with a grin and smile. So charming, type your life. He bite but he hold no mic. Devil, you get to burning, I'm learning to shine through night. Like my wrist game, how it glisten, I'm different when I do my thing. Old man came, look at my chain, global boom with a kingdom bang. Not global fame, but I'm pushing 24s, knock street like thunder, beeline Judah raw. Hit a line, growl from under, dress a bass style. Hypey raider on the prowl, late night soul, renovator, blue folder, standing tall. Undercover, serve like tougher when I fish and spill truth. King of the hill, for real, reflect God in the booth, real. Reflect God in the booth, real. Reflect God in the booth. You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. 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 Natural born. I'm out here bubbling, reconciling late the streets. Encore, more warriors fighting for peace. Up in the kingdom where it rains. Beware, edifying, build the body up strong. Keep the unity aligning, weather blizzard gloom. I grab my platoon, soldiers bear fruit of the loom. Make the devil clear the room. Tycoon with the tune, nobody better disrespect the way I juggle these words. As good as it gets, good legit. More people looking up now, solid rock cry. Jesus hotter than fire in town, known when they not. Bears around the clock, hold my spot, Christianity top, natural born soldier, never fold under pressure.
Hey, we just engineering, man. We working.
Treasure. Drop drums on.
Drop drums on them.
You can catch me in the zone.
You can catch me in the zone.
Drop drums on them.
Beats left backing on. You can catch me in the zone.
You can catch me in the zone.
Beats left backing on. You can catch me in the zone. Beats left backing on. Beats left backing on.
Glow Power Production. Illionaire Society. BlessemLord. Mainline. Blue folder.
That folder.
Blue folder.
Sorry, y'all gotta get this.
King Globe. This ain't noise, this is order. March! Stand firm! Blue folder. I stop, I try, I march. I've been a warrior in the army of the Lord all my life. My talk, my speech, my feel so real in a war zone. You gotta conquer and fight. I stop, I try, I march. I've been a warrior in the army of the Lord all my life. My talk, my speech, my feel so real in a war zone. You gotta conquer. I'm in front of a grocery store. Panhandling for God's sakes. No matter what fuel this ride may take, I'm in it to the daybreak. My left foot solemnly planted, right foot grounded with ease. A soldier called at east, salute my Captain Jesus. Knees locked, guard sharp, archangel might blow the whistle. Don't be lost like a needle in a haystack, better hit a temple. Feathers ruffle when you attract a righteous crowd. Drums bang loud, Christ soldiers on a mean proud. Stomach growling, empty back into spiritual guidance. Hardly hear silence when I stand in the gap in violence. Step in the scope, heart of a foolish nation. Impeccable vision, annual inspection of your situation. Storm placed on me, mind won't tip off balance. Grip tight to testimony, how your outlet talents. If you've been climbing, steady your whole life ladder. Play your cards every night, stability matters. If you've been climbing, steady your whole life ladder. Play your cards every night, stability matters. I stop, I try, I march. I've been a warrior in the army of the Lord all my life. My talk, my speech, my feel so real. In the war zone, you gotta Lord. I stop, I try, I march. I've been a warrior in the army of the Lord all my life. My talk, my speech, my feel so real. In a war zone, you gotta out of guppy hole, pot of gold, brewing whole. Roses red, violets blue, enemy plays control. Master magician, keys in ignition. Trickery, flip a sober mind into superstition. Self-made passages, thoughts misconstrued. Glitter ain't gold, don't get seduced. Stay woke. Angel show vision, global proportion. Worldly fashion, trap smash without asking. Nature of fruits in the basket. Forbidden bite, leave spirit fractured. Good soldier struck, but highly favored. Contact moving, built like a savior. Spirit knowing to retreat, creep back in the race. Warrior trait, lean in shape, no disgrace. Talking to unseen faith, no more dreaming. Signed to the mission, Christian life meaning to my bio brethren. Under pressure to strike, align your heart and mind in this time. Fight right, and this is this, and that ain't that. Blue folder code, that's combat. Blue folder, heavy choir builds, drums fade, the marching cadence. Army of the Lord on my life. My talk ain't cheap, my walk ain't weak. Blue folder, we don't retreat. I walk, I stop, I try, I march. I've been a warrior in the army of the Lord on my life. My talk, my speech, my feel so real. In a war zone, you gotta conquer. Finally whisper less. Stand by. Another call out with this. BlessemLord. In a war zone, you gotta conquer. Blue folder. It can't go.
All right, nah, hey, we've been rocking out, man. We've been getting to it, you know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of production, it's been a lot of new energy, you know what I'm saying, brought to the string, you feel me? Like I said, hey, and I look at, I know sometimes it seems like it's a little excessive the way that I do things, and I like, it's like almost like I micromanage myself, you know what I'm saying? And one aspect, but it's a reason, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason. It's a, you know how it's always said, I don't know if you guys grew up on this phrase, upon this term, but I grew up on this phrase, upon this term. It's a method to my madness. You know what I'm saying? So now if you just got madness going on and there ain't no method to it, it ain't no reasoning, there's no, you know, there's no backstory, there's no filler, there's no purpose, and you just operating, you just going, you know what I'm saying, like literally with the flow of things. And yeah, you might want to get a handle. You might want to get a handle on that. You know what I'm saying? But man, let's get this taken care of, man. Let's get this taken care of. What y'all say, huh? Let's get this taken care of, man. I think it's important. I'm trying something new right now, too, y'all. Now, this is hard. This would be hard for me to do right now, but I think this is the easiest. This is the best. This is where you're going to get the most production. This is where you're going to get the most out of your stream. This is where you're going to put the least amount, you know, of high CPU usage. This is where you're going to get, you know, least strange. You know what I'm saying? We're going to use lower CPU, you know, that'll keep your stream, you know, a little bit more fluent, a little more easy flowing. for you to just do this one simple thing that I'm actually doing right now. Like I said, and this would be hard for me to do because, and I've heard it said that's why I'm kind of like dancing around. I'm dancing around it because as you're streaming, and I do, I'll be streaming and doing certain things, and then I'm not gonna necessarily say I'll be looking at myself, but I'll be paying attention to the transitions, you know what I'm saying? Paying attention, you know what I mean, to how I'm actually putting forth or bringing forth, you know what I mean, to the production aspect of it. And I feel like what I'm doing now is I have closed my actual streaming window down. And just by doing that simple thing right there, when you're streaming, not to have your window open that you're actually streaming from, and it will lower. Unless your computer, the software on how you're doing things, it can it can handle all of that. But you know what I'm saying? If you're doing something, and I got a pretty good, strong computer that I'm working from right here. But if you're looking at accessing, these type of windows, if you're wanting to be able to, play music, you got different things, you know what I'm saying, that's going on. You got different, microphones, you got stream decks, you got a lot of, Bluetooth devices, that's that you got multi, cameras. So for it to be as smooth as it is, just that one little simple trick right there would help on top of making sure that all your settings, is exactly, where they need to be. At least where they need to be. I mean, even if you're freaking it from, the range of, the ballpark. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, that's when you'll be able to make your production, what it is. Me personally, you know what I'm saying, let me go ahead and give a little bit of insight to this. And I feel like this is where we are able to separate and you to be able to see, like, is this something that is for you and something that you would be interested in, that you would like to, eventually see yourself doing, or, working, being a part of, a production, like this. This is completely just internet, you know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't really too much take for you really to be out and doing it's content, you know what I'm saying? That's, just pretty much just pulled from the internet, you know what I'm saying? And you're putting pieces together, you're making a production, from there, just, kind of stitching content, up from there versus actually, been out in person. People, who do different prank contents, they do, I don't know if it's just, different things that you can do. So this right here, it is a little different. And I don't, okay, let's explain a little bit what's different. You know what I'm saying? Let's explain, what's actually different in this stream, streaming, this type of way, creating content, being a production, being a company, you know what I'm saying? But, what this is, it's a live business, you know what I'm saying? It's content, you know what I'm saying? It's live production, it's live business, I mean, that's, going on, that where but you're able to let me tell you what I hate. So I'm not the teacher. I'm not trying to really be the teacher and trying to be the, the one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a student either though. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it's hard for me to explain. I can explain it very well and simple and in detail. And it's not the fact of trying to hold back and try to gatekeep and, withholding things. But at the same time, this is actual part of the production. You know what I'm saying? Stalling out, doing certain things, prolonging, creating. This is, but if there was on the flip side, now this could be for you. So it's like, okay, now you have teams. You have teams of production companies and stuff like that. That's, via internet, real estate. And then you guys are holding streams that are similar to this, and you just doing some, and it's just, but the thing is this is what's so complicated about it, right? And I'm not, sometimes there can only be one. So that you see where you start getting screwed, like, okay, so I'm not the teacher. You know what I'm saying? But I can show, I can assist, I can point you in the direction, but being able to, you get what I'm trying to say? But something similar though, because it can be bits and pieces, it can be, just the streaming of, just the game, and being able to, learn how to make that connection, put them, components, them things together. To where you can start just streaming, a video game live from your Xbox, your PlayStation. Software, do you need what components, attachments, do you need, to end up, doing that versus I ain't gonna lie though. The apps is crazy. Let me tell y'all what's so crazy and so cold, about this whole app conversation, you feel me, and building apps. Listen, y'all, my cousin, man, shout out to Lil George, man. Lil George, be like, I ain't Lil George no more. It ain't little at all, but anyway, we'll get to it. It's funny because Lil George ain't never been little though. That's why it's so funny. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my cousin, you know what I'm saying? He been building these apps. This was so funny. He been building these apps about 10, 15 years ago. But the money that he was spending to build and pay for these apps, listen, bro, it's ridiculous. And I'm not even going through the story about the whole apps, with him, because it's a whole very interesting, story, to put to, behind it. Maybe one day, we have him on the stream, and then he'll kind of explain, this aspect of it too, shout out, to the really, and the nigga, Ty Booney be calling him, he be calling him Jorge. He be like, Jorge. Oh my God, bro. But we can pop it though, you should be able to pop it, man. We all grown. We all grown now, We all the Booney, he was, Booney was very first. Anyway, what am I talking about? Now I slid off into the he was married at a young age though, That's crazy. I'm like, man, but we can talk about that, man. Hey, that's my other partner, man. The Boondle, man, have him on here. He had you crack-a-lacking. Crack-a-lacking. I mean, cracking up is what I was trying to say. Crack-a-lacking. Man, let's play some of this music, you feel me? But let's do it like this. This is how we do it right here. This is what I mean. So you feel me? So that way, it's like we mean it as we say it. You know what I'm saying? So like, live engineering the system line open for questions and answers. What I was getting to right there at that point, you got questions, I got answers. You know what I'm saying? I could just completely just sit here and, and as I have, you feel me, done a lot of overflowing, explaining, of particular things that and this is without, questions. This is just me naturally just explaining these things. But I'm saying now it's more to a place of, let me speak to somebody real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me speak to somebody real quick. And I feel like this is important, you know what I mean? To you. To speak directly to you. You can be this person right here. And you're wavering in a certain thought as far as how you want to see yourself successful. And you see yourself at a crossroad. You see that there are different approaches, there are different lanes, there are different paths that you're having to make a decision in. And by you having to make this decision, you already know that these two roads, they're incompatible. So both of them, you're deeming yourself to see yourself at a place of success. You see yourself as being happy and content. And that's only because the end goal is to be successful, is to be happy, to find yourself, at a place where you're not at want or need for anything. But let's get back to this decision where you're at a crossroad at, and that's where I want to talk to you at. I really want you to hone in and think rationally, help you weigh out your options on why I would. And this is lead by example conversation. This is lead by example conversation. This is why I'm saying I would choose this route, and then I still get to lead this conversation by an example, by bringing a very strong point and why I want to talk to you. I want you to understand this. I need you to understand this. Why it's important for you to make this decision right now, where it may not seem like the expedited route. It may not seem like it's just so immediate, like the response, the actual long goal, success is not going to just be immediate. So that's why you're wavering on why should I take this path? And understand this. Sometimes when we at this crossroad, this is why I said I want to talk to you, and I want you to understand this. I need you to get this. Is sometimes when you make this decision and you're at this crossroad and you have to choose a path and they're incompatible. Sometimes they could be incompatible, because I want you to understand, I need you to get this. It doesn't mean that what I'm talking about is something that's illegal. Like one path, you know what I'm saying, is to be going in this direction and you can do, these things where it's legal. I'm talking about two completely fine legal paths, legal tasks that you can take. But why? I'm telling you, been at this crossroad where this decision, where leading by my example, leading by my example, leading by my example, This is getting a little clouded, y'all. Because my example might not be the best example, yeah. But I'm trying to make it work because I in school, did college, did a lot of footwork, made a lot of connections doing the footwork. But sometimes I don't want to make it seem like this is necessarily just about organizations. This is about, these paths. I mean, because they're incompatible. You make a decision, you lock in, with these people, this person, making this business decision, putting all your eggs in this basket to see yourself successful and happy to take care. And then you're doing it. And there's no, hold on, y'all. This is what I be loving to do right here. Watch this, y'all. This is what I be loving to do. You know what I'm saying? We talk about, and I'm not being funny right now. I just wanna do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? I wanna do this real quick. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do it like this. You feel me? So look at. I want you guys to get this. I want you guys to really be able to understand this. And I'm on. I want you guys to understand this. You feel me? And like I said, so I just typed it up that way we can kind of read through it together. It's not that I'm having brain fog, but sometimes it's easier to be able to speak from this perspective. And then since my chat GPT is pretty much personalized, you know what I'm saying, to me, because I do have a paid subscription, a paid, account. And it's where I do a lot of my research, a lot of, my building, a lot of things that I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, definitely get you one. So I typed in my prompt, to pretty much get this where I was going. We've been on a path of having to make two decisions where you can potentially be successful. Doesn't mean that, they have to be, unlawful decision. It's just that they're incompatible because of certain associations. So look at, so I typed in, expand on having to make a decision, seeing yourself successful, but having to choose between two paths that are incompatible. And this is how ChatGPT, it broke it down. It broke it down for me. Let's get to, I can get more into here as we, oh my God, which is actually good though. I like this. Let me see if I can, I didn't know I had that right there. But anyway, let's go right here so y'all can see it too as we read it. You feel me? Because I'm not, so it says, hey, that right there says that's real tension. It's tension off top. You know what I'm saying? And for someone like me, a visionary, a builder, who brands architect, future BCBA, music mogul, this isn't theoretical. You actually live in that space. You know what I'm saying? So so it's breaking it down, it's personalizing it. I'm trying to talk to somebody about it, but I'm going to go ahead and receive the message, then I'll break it down, then I'll be able to deliver it from here. And I feel like this is important. That's why I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and slow it down and then, let it come, this way. This is, this is what we do. This is what the The whole, this is what it's about, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to it though. Let's get to it. Come on now. So when you see yourself successful, the vision is usually unified. It says it's one future, one version of you, one stage, one impact. But reality splits the road. So when sometimes the two paths both lead to success, but the end of it is just not the same kind of in the background, yo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is that too much? Can I get some music in the background? Is that too much? I mean, we like remember we're engineering the stream. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing, and you know we're full of caca, sir. No, I'm serious. Let me put some music on. Actually, just go right here. Put some music on right here, right? Real quick, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I can break this down, and then we can kind of go here. I need to. All right. This is what I want to hear right here. Come on. And we can't. Oh my God. That is crazy. All right, we're gonna leave that alone, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna bounce right back to this. Cause that right there, it just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't it right now. You know what I'm saying? But let's break this down. You know what I mean? So we talking about being at a place where you gotta make two decisions, you know what I mean, to where the end thereof, the goal of it is to be successful, but the roads that you're potentially will be heading down, they're incompatible. You know, because of, you know, how these roads, they need to be journeyed and how, you know, the experience of them, you know, would be. So path one, we're going to call this the structured climb. You know, this path, I mean, it's discipline, it's incremental, you know what I mean, and it's strategic. So, you know, it looks like, this is what it looks like. I mean, this app right here, there's credentials, there's certifications, there's measured growth, there's stability, there's clear metrics of progress, there's reputation built brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? These are things that is very important. Reputation that's built. We talk about infrastructure. We talk about actually building a process, building a design, you know what I'm saying? You know, becoming a mogul as you're actually tearing yourself, I mean, through the path, and you're creating this thing to be the very foundation, established, you know, condition, I mean, of a new found self by taking this process here. It says it's not, the feel of it is not flashy. You know what I'm saying? I love that part right there. Not flashy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like that part right there. Not flashy. You feel me? Now, this is why we have to look at these things from a generalized standpoint, because what could be flashy to somebody else may not be flashy to another person. And I feel like those are things, I mean, that we have to, especially like for me, you know what I'm saying? I like to wear jewelry and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I do like to, you know, wear jewelry. It's just like naturally, you know what I'm saying, you know, just part. And it's not to necessarily be, you know, flashy, you know, with a lot of different, you know, things that, you know, I do, especially, you know, start, you know, from wearing jewelry. Like I've been wearing jewelry all my life, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like from a kid, you know what I'm saying? I was always a kid, always had jewelry on, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's just like, I've always loved it. So it's like, you know, that if you know me, then you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he's always, you feel me, just had, you know, jewelry, just wears jewelry all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but there is, you know, an element, you feel me, to where even just that right there, it could be considered to somebody else. That could be considered flashy to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, to me, it's like, that's just kind of normal. If I want to get flashy, I said, I'll pull the big ice medallions out, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we be out there, you know, a chug a lug, you know what I'm saying, you know, with it. But that's why you have to start understanding, I mean, things from, you know, look at your surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Read the room. Now, if you're the only one that's in there with a chain on and stuff like that, you feel me? Then, you know, just into that sector, to that group of people, this could be, you know, kind of like, you know, bouncing amongst them lines of being seen, you feel me, a little bit flashy, you know what I mean? And you have to, you know, be able to pay attention, to that. So that's why we're looking at, this thing from having decisions to make to where the end thereof, and how you experience and how you journey this is where it can differ. But let's go ahead and continue. So it might require off top some restraints. It may require, saying no to creative impulses, in order to build foundation. Creative impulses is that's big. Especially for me, this is like why I talk about, having so many different micro businesses and things like that, because you have to look at it. These come from creative, impulsive just thoughts. You're doing things, from a creative standpoint to where, because you probably just have that natural niche, that natural gift, to be able to create, to have, different ideas that, they can begin to, foster and, grow off into something, which is cool. But at the same time, when you're going through a certain path where you have to do things and it's going to require for you to have some restraints, to have some discipline, then, we have to start thinking about in that moment, in this time, is this something that, is actually beneficial towards me in the path that I'm going? And, I'm able to, especially, when you're talking about the foundation, the building, the establishment, you're starting to brand, you become part of a brand, you're branding something, this is what we talk about, the reputation, repetitions and reputation, of how you're starting to brand and begin, you're shaping, the upbuild, of that company. So we have to look at these things. These things is very, 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 very important. So then, on the flip side, the contrary, we got the visionary leap. You got the visionary leap. So this path right here, off top, explosive. You already see, the lights, the glam, the glamour, the fame, the end thereof. You already hear the choirs, the hay bells ringing, and you already see all of that. So usually in that process, since you see it like that, you feel it that way, you might be walking out a little puffed up, chest out. You might have a little bit of arrogance, to you. It might be looked at, and you have to look at these things, especially as you're starting to be a company and you're having to embody and structure yourself, as especially, a networking system, a team, so you have to start, looking at these things, but let's go ahead and break it down. So this path right here is explosive. Let's go ahead and talk about, what it looked like. That way you can be able to see, exactly in detail. What does this path, what does it look like? Creative freedom. You ain't gonna have no restraints. On the contrary, you don't have to have no restraints. As far as you being able to have that creative freedom, brand building. It's good for you to be micromanagement, companies in your business. Because you're making a mogul of a brand, and everything else is umbrella up under that right there. You got influence, speed, risk, high risk for sure. Because in these situations, you're not even taking the time to process, to do your due diligence, to see, what's acceptable, what's going to work. Things that you may, should hold back on, you're not doing these type of things. And this is very important when you're choosing the path and why. You got to be very cautious and precautious of, you making decisions on, how you're branding, and how you're, starting to your business. And look at, and that brings me to a strong point. So when I first started this stream right here, I was thinking about something. I had something in mind. I'm gonna talk about that. How am I gonna bring that out? But it's right here. Since we're in context, since we're in that room of thought, let's go ahead and bring this to the forefront too. See, sometimes understand the value of yourself too. Sometimes you feel me. People, and this is the double-edged sword too. People will see the potential of you, and by them seeing the potential of you, they set a standard for you to walk up under, because now they want to see you walk in what they see the potential of. you to be, and then that's how you're shaped and you're molded, into that company. And that's why we have to pay attention into some of these paths. And then if you want to be disciplined, or you going more on the visionary, the self, reliant alliance, type ordeal, you have to pay attention, to these things. But as I'm saying too, value in yourself, just because people see the potential in you, as far as, what you could be, the capabilities, the possibilities, and all these things, to be very potential, essential assets to their company, to their likeness. It still doesn't mean that it's the best fit for you and that company. So don't never lose the context, the reality, of who you are, and always understand the value of yourself, so, you have to understand that has to be a inside thing, because the outer shell, it's going to be attacked. It's going to be bombarded with this. It's going to be bombarded with, these thoughts, that's making you feel like everything that you're working towards, everything that you're starting to, lean towards, it may not be, the right decision, because of you're losing the value of yourself, and you're only trying to walk, shaping yourself to the potential of somebody else. Somebody else's, vision, for you, for, as far as their company and stuff like that. So when you are doing certain things and you're making them connections and things like that, as well, it's a tricky fence, to be played, to be playing on. And that's why, like I said, you have to be very stern. And like I said, this doesn't mean that this is a making a lawless decision to find yourself successful. When I'm talking about, find yourself at these crossroads, these are you have to look at this, especially if you're looking at it in the world of entertainment. You start looking at these, as far as you being your own name, being your DBA. So when you're doing business as your actual government name, when you start looking at these things, you feel me, and how you starting to value yourself, you have to pay, you have to pay attention to that. And a lot of people, a lot of people have very bullying mindsets. They have very, conquering, ego driven, fed mindsets. And they don't really too much care, as far as you being able to operate in liberty of the value of yourself. And there's people that they don't really too much. That's not their, that doesn't work for them when it comes to, doing business. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even on the flip side of that, y'all, it doesn't have to really be that deep, because at the end of the day, I personally wouldn't really want to be doing business with people that's like that. Because at the end of the day, you feel me? That means that you're showing me that you're going to be more about yourself than you are about me or even the business. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I'm like, me personally, I wouldn't necessarily want to do, business with people like that, because I can already see in the end, foregoing in the future, if there is an issue, there's going to be a problem. You're going to make a self decision. You're not going to make a business decision. You're not going to make a us decision. You're going to make a self decision. And you got to be very, careful, with that. And I feel like that's why when you're at the crossroads and you seeing yourself, you starting to pick out that path, you starting to, see yourself at a place of, of success, and you're starting to, embody and partake in different relationships and friendships, and you're starting to develop these type of different, entities and outlets and resources for yourself. I'm talking to you. You have to be careful at this point. You have to be careful at this time. You know what I'm saying? And you need to step back and take a sit back and actually think. Sometimes, especially being young, you know what I'm saying? Especially being young and you never, matter of fact, not even being young. Let's move young out of it. You know what I'm saying? When you're going into a foreign conversation, you're going to a foreign place where you're just not too familiar with, seek counseling, seek guidance. You feel me? It'll save you so much trouble in the end versus to go through that situation, to learn everything through the process and then have to rebuild and start all over, because now what you're having to learn, what you're living and what you're going through, you could have prevented that. You get what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? You could have prevented that. So I feel like these things is very important as we begin to, break these things down. But let's read on, in the furtherance of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna break down, the hard truth, the hard pill to swallow about it. You know what I'm saying? But the hard truth, being that it's incompatible paths, they demand identity clarity. You know what I'm saying? Being that, the hard truth behind this is what, this is what we're breaking down, this is what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That the incompatible paths, they demand identity clarity. So when two paths are incompatible, it's usually because they require different versions of you. You get what I'm trying to say? So, I promise you guys, and I have to make this right now. I have to draw this back down towards to me right now. Because like I said, this is a totally different conversation, but we're going to add this little piece in too, because I feel like it needs to be added in right now. So just hold on. You know what I mean? The versions of me, how many versions? Everybody, we was going far. Never mind. Anyway, so all right. So anyway. Hey man, let's get back on track. You know what I'm saying? So when two paths are incompatible, it's usually because they require different versions of you, not different goals, different disciplines. One might require humility and delayed gratification. The other might require boldness and immediate assertion. The tension you'll feel going through this, it's not confusion, it's growth. Oh my God. But doesn't it feel like confusion? When you're in the midst of something and you know that you're going through a process and you're seeing that this thing is starting to flourish, it's starting to blossom into something totally different, but you're having to acquire and operate of two different disciplines. Understand that you have different talents, you have different mindsets, you have different skills. There are different versions of you, but one, you have to quiet. You have to quiet one down. Or you'd be like me, all over the place. God, man, he got this going on. He got that going on. He look at it. I still got a video game. I still got a video game popped up right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I still play the video game right now. It's live. You know what I'm saying? And it's over there just calling me. Come on, Kenny, come on, got a controller. I'm over here. I got ChatGPT telling me one thing. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking about this other message, this other business that's going on. I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying? All these different things all over the place. But this is why I'm saying when you at that crossroad and you having to make the decision, you have to dial in. It's time to start focusing. It's starting, another thing, not walking around unbuckled. It's time to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to show some discipline, about something. Hey, look here. it's just something that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that needs to be done. You know, now let's look at this from, a place of a psychological. Let's add a psychological layer to this. You know what I'm saying? You know, of being able, to needing to take two different paths. Let me see. Don't worry about that. It'll be, we're going to get to that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But, so let's add a psychological layer to this thing right here, right? So here's what most people don't talk about. Here's what most people don't talk about. So when you see yourself successful, you fall in love with the outcome. But choosing between incompatible paths forces you to confront the process. And sometimes the process, it contradicts your ego. So one path might make you feel smaller before you grow. The other, it might make you feel powerful before you're actually stable. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous place to be in. You know what I'm saying? To be having, so much, different power at your discretion, at your leisure, however you want it, whenever you want to use it, but not having the skill, not having the discipline to utilize that thing effectively. Now listen. Now look at this. I always had a strong analogy, to add with that, but I'm not going to add this analogy right now to this conversation, even though it's a perfect fit, but it's more of a darker side, you feel me, of an analogy that will be added to it. And let's just keep it here. But I'm going to tell y'all anyway. Y'all know I can't hold back nothing. I got to get off my chest. I got all this stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to do it right now. If I got it, like I was telling my nephew the other day, you know what I'm saying? If I create 1,500 new goals and targets and businesses, you know what I'm saying, in that day, guess how many businesses and new goals and targets that I have to make sure that I take care of. Hey, I got to do it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look at, I'm going to share it with y'all. So having that type of power, having that type of, I guess we're going to say weaponry, you know what I'm saying? Actual disclosure, but not having skill to utilize it. What good does it do? What good is it? You got all that power in your hand, but never mind. I was getting somewhere with that one. I promise you, it was a bullseye. You know what I'm trying to say, man?
I need backup.
All right, anyway, come on, let's get to it though. Check it out. So with that, being added to it, you feel me? It's a very uncomfortable place to be in. You know what I'm saying? To not be stable, to have, certain things at your disclosure, but not necessarily knowing how to rightfully use these things so where you can maximize the most about of it. So we get to the meat of it. You know what I'm saying? How do you decide? What are things, you know what I'm saying, that we can do in this moment that actually helps us make a quality decision? What assurance can we place, you know what I'm saying, within ourselves that tells us that we're actually making a quality decision right now? And what, you know what I'm saying? That's real big too. You think about it yourself, so that's big too. What type of insurance, what type of assurance, you know what I'm saying, can I have when I am trying to make these different connections? That's the problem right there. That's the problem, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at somebody, and we're going to sway off of this for a little bit, but if you're looking at somebody as a product, like here we is, we're supposed to be going into business together, right? But in all reality, you're really only looking at the production of me and what I can do and what I can provide as a product. Let me tell you where there's not necessarily nothing really wrong with that, but contrary, if we're going into business together, that means we are bringing our products together, and then that's what we selling. That's what we doing. That's what we promoting. That's what we marketing. That's what we distributing. That's what we. But when we turn our head, and your barking dog eyes is on me. It's a problem. It's a problem. You feel me? And that's what we need to be able to get that completely up under control, y'all. Get that up under control. Let's get this thing up, feel me? So we can go ahead and see, how do we decide? You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, I mean, you don't want to be going to business with nobody and you're looking at this person, you know what I'm saying, as the product. You know what I'm saying? You guys should be able to bring something together and work rightfully together, you know what I'm saying, to build, you know what I mean, a common goal. Yes, you feel me? Sometimes people look at it, that can be part of the business negotiation. Well, we're already established here, you know what I'm saying, in this aspect. So since we're already established here and now we're starting to go into this new business, okay, your establishment is that, whatever. We're only talking about what we're going into business about. That's it. We're not talking about your establishments and this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? And see, and that's how it should be looked at. And if you ain't, you know, going into, you know, business and partnership, you know what I'm saying, with somebody who has that type of mentality, I'm telling you, that's how you look for, you know what I'm saying, you know, insurance and assurance and being able to read and twindle between, you know, red flags and behaviors of somebody that it just ain't right. Period. Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? You want to sit back and you look at it, like, ooh, hey, scary tonight, ooh, everything. What do you, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I mean? Come on, like, you know what I mean? I'm the one that's doing all the controlling it, not controlling it. Remember, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm doing on purpose. You get what I'm trying to say? Come on.
Five Diamond, you know what I'm saying? Five Diamond. Give me my Five Diamond voice. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, we talk about the versions, how many different versions, you feel me, of me somebody may get. You know what I mean? So we look at these things, we take these things, and I'm big on this, guys. Well, I'm sorry, this is the best way to bring it, you know what I'm saying, the different versions. I mean, listen, the person I am on the internet is the person I am on the internet. And anybody who knows, I don't even want to combine the worlds. That's why I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, this is a little bit different for, you know what I'm saying, me, like, you know what I'm saying, so like when me on the internet, that's on the internet. When I'm out in the real world, I don't want to talk about things that's going on that I'm doing on the internet, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I mean, that's not where I work at. That's not, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I have to keep them things. I need to keep them things separate. You feel me? I have desire, I have reason, I have purpose, you know, for me to be able to separate these different things. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, you know, when I'm talking about this level, you know what I'm saying, of internet real estate, you know, pushing this right here, you see the mainline radio, you know what I'm saying, it's creeping in because it's, you know, we talking about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what I would want to be going into business with, you know, the game should be popping up, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's finish this. Let's finish this. Let's finish this, y'all. Let's finish this message up and get up out of here. Let's finish this message up and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. You feel me? So let's break this down. So how do we decide? How do we decide? Let's give a quick rundown, playback instead of what we actually talking about, so we can kind of make sure that we're subjecting ourselves and following along. You feel me? So give a quick little rundown and playback of what I'm saying. What we're actually talking about. You know what I'm saying? So what we're talking about, you feel me, is being able to expound and speak a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is my prompt that I gave to ChatGPT. Having to make a decision, seeing yourself successful, but being caught on two different paths that are incompatible. You see yourself being successful, but you're at a crossroad where there are two different paths that you eventually, would need to be experiencing, through one of them, to where the outcome is to see yourself successful and happy. And we've been breaking it down. We've been talking about path one, we call that the more structured climb, being more disciplined. Where that would show certain things as far as credentials, certifications, mental growth, stability. It'll show clear metrics. Progress. Your reputation being built brick by brick. And then we had path two. The one who's more of a visionary. The one who's willing to take that quick leap, brand building, got influence. Looking for, high speed, quick reaction. High risk. But at the same time, the identity is first is leadership. He wants to show and establish, themselves being in leadership first. We talked about, these two different paths. They are hard truths, but they are incompatible paths that they both literally pretty much proclaim identity clarity, and there's identity contrast between, the two of them. That's what makes these things, incompatible. So then what we did is we started talking about the psychological layer, of it. The psychological layer, is of being brought, and like a rock, a hard rock in a cold spot, however you say that. A fish out of water, however you want to say it. It says, one path will make you feel smaller before you grow, while the other one will make you feel more powerful before you're even stable. So that's a very contrasting, conflicting place to, to be. So that's what we was getting up on. Now, how do we decide? When we have these different things, we have these things that we can kind of gravitate towards as far as some information. Now, how do we begin to lean and press ourselves to make a decision in this moment that, is going to be the best for us? So instead of asking, what makes more money? Which looks better? Which feels the most exhilarating, the most exciting? Ask these simple three questions. Which path compounds long-term authority? Which path has more infrastructure, has more stability, has more of a stronger foundation? Ask yourself a question like this. Which path aligns with my deepest values, not just my loudest desires? You see what I'm saying? We have to be able to reference ourselves somewhere to bring clarity, to make a quality decision. This is very important, guys. This is very, 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 very important. And then ask yourself a question like this. Number 3, if both fail publicly, which failure would I regret least? If they both fail drastically, horribly, publicly, which of the two in the public eye would I feel no shame towards? Like, yeah, that happened. I shot my shot. I gave my best shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I did. I put on, you know what I'm saying, right there. You know what I'm saying? I was going to get my coins.
Man, shut
Man, you know what I'm saying? But we have to be able to look at these things, you know what I'm saying? So the hidden third option. So here's something that visionaries think sometimes that they miss. The past may be incompatible right now, but not forever. So, a visionary, and that's a very strong, stern, mental diffuse place that you would want to find yourself in. You already see the incompatibility of the here and the now of these different paths that you're trying to have to journey and experience. But in your crazy, twisted, double R Rolls Royce, I am your streaming behavior technician. Look at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, diffuse the whole thing. Like, what's going on? Me neither. I don't know either. I don't know. Don't care, actually. Yeah. Say though, you know what I'm saying? Lost me. You know what I'm saying? You lost me right there. Anyway, but somewhere in the back of your brain, in the back of your mind, you feel like I can mesh these things. I can mend these paths. I can carve and braid them together and make them just, work out for. I understand the high beat, the high probability, the high, the potential. I understand that. I understand this is what you wish, and you want your decision to recompense. I understand this. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not going to work out that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you got to look at yourself in the here and the now and prepare, yourself. And, you ain't got to rush. Certain times, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a decision made, if it's a decision in that moment, you do, try to, better prepare, and then hopefully whatever it is in that moment, that you definitely make the quality decision. But what we talking about is not having to rush, taking your time, while you going through some of these things, and, weighing out your options. That's why we breaking it down. So, so the visionary, the third option, looking at it from the third eye, I want to say, look here, sometimes the decision is about sequence and not sacrifice. Sometimes the decision is about the process and, some of the experiences, and not necessarily everything that I'm going to have to sacrifice myself doing to get there. Sometimes that's what it's about. That's what somebody who is double R. Hey. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this final thought up out of here, man. Let's get this final thought up out of here real quick. You know what I'm saying? Man, let's get this final thought up out of here. It's crazy though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So look at, I gotta check this, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't think no, we all right. Man, we all right, man. It's cool. It's cool. So, yo, tell me we go straight through this one right here. Hey, don't tell me we're gonna start doing this one right here. If we start doing this one right here, man, that is crazy work. I promise you, I just might, bro. I just might right here. This might just be my little auntie. Let me see. Anyway, so like I said, so we are engineering the stream, you know what I mean, right now. So I'm thinking about, right now, before we end this, I'm gonna hold on to this right here. I'm thinking about what I should do real quick. What I should do real quick, just a real quick image of something and add it right here, because I think this should be like my new game page. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where, yeah, this could be like my new little game page right here. What should we add? Let me see. Facebook. Go power image. Car, yeah, let me see, man. Car right there. Nah, I ain't gonna add no car right there. That would have been cool. Let's add that right there. Let's add that right there. Let's add that right there. Mm-hmm. Let's add that right there. Mm-hmm. Let's add that right there. Watch. We should add it like this, you know what I'm saying? I think that's hard, you know what I'm saying? My new little game page, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this is pretty. I'm serious though. I think this is my new little game page. Y'all know I be all right. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So look here. So let's get to it. Let me see what this one look like real quick. Right there. That's fine. That's cool. And then how about here? So I should add something. Behind me right here. Just because. I don't know. What should I add behind me right here? Let's see. Just because you're saying, like, we before we get here though, let's finish this out though, you know what I'm saying? Let's finish this out, you know what I'm saying? Let's bring this right here to the forefront too though, because I don't think something behind me. Let's see, let's pull this out in front of me so we can see that come out. Look at it. So it's right here. This is pretty much the message right here, you know what I'm saying? Path one, the structured climb, credential stability, measure growth, foundation first, secure position, before the expression. Path number two, the visionary leap. Yes, and we talked about that. Having creative freedom, risk, influence, seeking, the spotlight first. But what was interesting is that you find people that feel okay, so now, well, so crossroad, success. So my chat GPT be popping, don't it? My chat GPT popping, boy. What? Boy, my chat GPT popping, boy. You don't know what I'm trying to say, You know what I'm trying to say, though? My chat GPT popping, bro. I promise you. But imagine this, though. We already leaving that alone. We want to turn some of this this fire on real quick. I'm talking about We about to turn some of this fire on, so we do have to turn that down too. Yeah, yeah, that's already too big. You should be able to tell it's too big. Oh, it's not. Oh, they just playing games with your boy like that. Mm. So I guess I mean we can just podcast. Like I said, we can start back over. We can um questions and answers. To get back to questions and answers. I feel like that's the key thing here. You got questions? Ah, got answers. I got answers for you. You got questions. I got answers for you. Man, they ain't supposed to be asking though. Well, well, if you don't know something, you better be asking. Shoot, the Bible said, God said, I give to man who asks to my riches and to my glory. He said, I give it to. You know what I'm saying? He said about asking shit. So many scriptures, I mean, the word of God, he talks about shit. You better be asking, Jack. You better not be taking. You better not be trying to take him come by. You better be asking somebody something. But um people at the end of the day, it's really about moving forward too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to stay stuck on the past, stuck on negativity. You feel me? Stuck on. So let's create. You know what I'm saying? Let's get my chat GPT popping again real quick. You know what I'm saying? Man? Let's create something new. I think this time we're gonna do Jaslyn. We're gonna do Jaslyn. We'll add a new artist too to her. Mm-hmm. What is saying? Yes, let her anointing, let your number backbite, personally persecuting the church. False accusation, they making me want to go lurk, throwing bricks, and that ain't it. Uh, well, we going in, y'all. We're recording right now. We're about to record now. Let me see. Who should we record? Let me see. Let's. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. We're gonna just go here. Song creation. We going right here. We going right here, y'all. Let's get it. Let's put something in the air. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Let's come in new tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, look it. Look it. This is how this go, y'all. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Mm-hmm. We need to add to the radio station, bro. We need to add to the radio, bro. We do. And let's close this. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's get to this, y'all. Let's close this. Let me see. We can close this right now. We can close the radio. We gotta go to Suno. We gotta go to Suno. We're gonna open up Chat GPT. We're gonna open up Chat GPT. Can you say it with me? Chat GPT. Say open up Chat GPT right now. Hey, Chat GPT, go back now. Come on now. Don't play. You say you're ready when I am. I'm ready now. Let's continue this. Making this a new thread from request creation. This is gonna be blue folder, and then here go the hook. The hook goes 2 times. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music is the blueprint, and I'll be ruling the mutant, fueling with fire, trying to blaze you. Tell them again. I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you, Kenny Globe. And then the hook goes twice. And then here go the first 16. Dig this, because I undug that. Been on the block, know what that life like. A foreigner on the corner with a warmer mind lost in the sky. I'm flying by, but I'm getting to know that this life can get better. The king of the bling, God Almighty told me the Bible, a cold love letter. Light on my feet like a feather, never think my feet ain't planted, standing in the gaps. My history, a little trickery, but my heart been set to right for the Lord, Jack. Bring up my past, it don't matter. I don't care if you heard me talking stupid. I'm sticking to the blueprint, and I'm ruling the mutant, talking foolish. And like, who this? It's me, new man, resurrected with the man. God Almighty, the highly trying me, and I bet you that I can. Set an example the world can handle, searching for answers and praying. See, I know that I had, through my generation, lost and astray. I'm just saying I'm laying in the cut, Lord, and I'm washing my hands of them friends that ran and jumped in the water of that dirty old strand. But if they listen and pay attention upon the ears, kind words land, then I know that you're ripping them and ripping them. Sparrow to be brand. That's the first 16. And we add the hook 2 times and another 16. Make sure that we add just add ad libs, glow power production tags, BlessemLord. All right. We're going to just cook up something real quick. We're going to just cook up something real quick, right? Mm. 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 Let's get to it, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Mm. Oh yeah, we still in here, y'all. Man, we are still in here. I was zoned out. Hey, I was grading this right here, putting it down. I'm letting y'all, I'm gonna get my secret sauce. I'm in here putting it down. I'm dropping my whole secret sauce up in here. Y'all just as you should be. But we gonna find a beat though that we want. I'm gonna find a certain beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find a certain beat. You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna try some right now. It's a certain beat that I had. Nah, I want this song to come out nice, so I want to make sure I play like. How about this right here? Though I do. Yeah, I like that. Y'all know I love that. He ain't ready for that. He not ready for that. Give him that church feel though. I be wanting to. We gotta find a beat. We gotta find a beat right now. It's furry. What's that? Nah, I don't want it to have like that dark. I want it to have like some up, like. And something like this right here. No. Nah, I need that. See, this is what I was thinking right here. It's right here. I'm thinking this right here. We're gonna do that. That's crazy. Now I gotta go find this and go put this back. It take long, right? It didn't take long. We're gonna use that. know what? Gonna leave everything alone right there. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? When we cooking up, when we cooking up, we cooking up. We cooking up, we cooking up. We look at, we going up here to the top. We about to see what this sound like. Hey, I ain't missed yet, bro. I've been missing. I ain't gonna say I've been missing like crazy, but it has been some misses for sure. I do want to talk about this though real quick, though. Don't be the person that can tell me why it's not gonna work before you even share one positive thing of why it can work. Like for real, like how are you that person? Like how are you that person, bro? It's gonna work out.
BlessemLord. Hey, I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, talk to them. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. Did this cause I undog that. Been on the block, know what? That light like a foreigner on the corner with a woman, mind lost in the sky. Time flying by, but I'm getting to know that this life can get better. The king of the bling, God almighty. Told me the Bible a cold love letter. Light on my feet like a feather. Never think my feet ain't planted. Standing in the gap, my history, a little travery, but my heart been commanded to write for the Lord, Jack. Bring up my past, it don't matter. I don't care if you heard me talking stupid. I'm sticking to the blueprint, ruling the mutant, talking foolish like who this? It's me, new man. Resurrected with the plan. God almighty, the highly. Try me, I bet you I can. Set an example the world can handle. Searching for answers and praying. I know what happened to my generation. Lost in the strain, I'm just saying. I'm laying in the cut, Lord. Washing my hands of the friends that I ran. Jumped in the water, that dirty old strand. But if they listen and pay attention, kind words land. I know that you're gripping them, ripping them, bell with a beat. Bam, 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 bam. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze you. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze you. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. Blue for the doctrine, faith with the logic. Devil been plotting, but God steady blocking. I move like a prophet in process. No more imposters. Cross on my shoulder like roster. I used to chase fame, now I just the flame. Holy Ghost fire, I'm foster. Raise the edge, flow cut. Dude hit harder than Kathy. Crown on the head, but I bow to the king. You know what I mean? They want to hold me back. Now that man got buried. Came out of tune with a boom, now the room getting scary. Blueprint heavy, word too steady. I'm talking these other ways, ask me why that's just confetti. Mutant mentality shit.
It's called,
Aching globe in the building, globe how I gifted. This ain't religion, it's mission. Sharp precision, incisions. Christian music, a vision. Blue for the making a vision. Choose your side when you hear it. Spirit or flesh, make decisions. I'm sharper than razor. Cut through illusion, precision. BlessemLord. Blow power. Blue power. BlessemLord. Yeah.
Damn.
Blueprint music. Blue with the season. Yeah. Hey. Blow power. Yeah.
Let me see what I'm gonna name this song. Let's hear this. One.
BlessemLord.
I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music, the blueprint. And I be ruling the movement. Fueling with fire, trying to blaze. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you acting glow. Acting glow, yeah. Acting glow, yeah. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music, the blueprint. And I be ruling the movement. Fueling with fire, trying to blaze. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you acting glow. Talk to them. I wish you raving, I know quite they heard you acting glow. Talk to them, yeah. Dig this, cause I under that. Been on the block, know it. They like a foreigner on the corner with a woman, my lost in the sky. Time flying by, but I'm getting to know that this life can get better. The king of the bling, God Almighty told me the Bible a cold little letter. Light on my feet like a feather. Never think my feet ain't planted. Standing in the gap, my history, a little travery, but my heart been commanded to write for the Lord, yeah. Bring on my past, it don't matter. I don't care if you heard me talking stupid. I'm sticking to the blueprint, ruling the mutant, talking foolish like who this? It's me, new man, resurrected with a plan. God Almighty, the highly try me, I bet you I can. Set an example the world can handle, searching for answers and praying. I know what happened to my generation, lost in the strain. I'm just saying, I'm laying in the cut, Lord. Washing my hands of the friends that I ran. Jumped in the water, that dirty old strand. But if they listen and pay attention, kind words land. Then I know that you gripping them, ripping them back with low B brain. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the movement. Fueling with fire, trying to blaze. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you acting low. I push you right, but I don't quite think they heard you acting low. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the movement. Fueling with fire, trying to blaze. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you acting low. I push you right, but I don't quite think they heard you acting low. Blue for the doctrine, faith with the logic. Devil been plotting, but God steady blocking. I move like a prophet in process. No more imposters. Cross on my shoulder like roster. I used to chase fame, now I chase the flame. Holy Ghost fire, I'm Foster. Raise the edge, flow cut clean. Truth hit harder than caffeine. Crown on the head, but I bow to the king. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They want to hold me back. Nah, that man got buried. Came out of tune with a boom. Now the room getting scary. Blueprint heavy. Work too steady. I'm talking internal investments. Why they chasing confetti? Mutant mentality shifted. Spirit uplifted. Aching globe in the building. Globe unpelted. Globe power gifted. This ain't religion, it's mission. Sharp precision, incision. Christian music division. Blue folder making the vision. Choose your side when you head to red or blue. Spirit of flesh, make a decision. I'm sharper than a razor. Cut through illusion precision. Bless him, Lord. Low power. Yeah, blueprint music. Fuck all the secret. Again, glow. Low power. Low power. Bless him, Lord. Low power.
Let me see. I can add his face. I'm gonna let this one slide.
Blue folder. Acting glow. Natural born. Yeah. Stand firm. Beat drops hard. You can catch me in the zone. Fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player.
Natural born. Natural born.
Across the nation, value one, handle all with tender care. Word of a holy notion, token if your life gets spared. Enemy out to get you wild, and he playing foul. Joy in a pen pal, deceptive with a grin and smile. So charming, type you alike. He bite, but he hold no mic. Devil, you get the burning. I'm learning to shine through night. Like my wrist game, high glisten. I'm different when I do my thing. Old man came, look at my chain. Global boom with a kingdom bang. Not global fame, but I'm pushing 24s, knock street like thunder. Beeline drew the roar, hear the line growl from under. Dreads up bass style, hyphy raider on the prowl. Late night soul renovator, blue folder standing tall. Undercover serve life tougher when I fish and spill truth. King of the hill for real, reflect God in the booth. Real. Head whistle before dropped in the groove. You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player.
Natural born. Natural born.
I'm out here bubbling, records selling late to the streets. Encore, more warriors fighting for peace. Up in the kingdom where it rains, beware of edifying. Build a body up strong, keep the unity aligning. Weather blizzard gloom, I grab my platoon. Soldiers bear fruit of the loom, make the devil clear the room. Tycoon with the tune, nobody better disrespect. The way I juggle these words, as good as it gets, hood legit. More people looking up now, solid rock cry. Jesus hotter than fire in town, knowing they not. Bands around the clock, hold my Christianity tops. Natural born soldier, never fold under pressure. Blue folder leader, kingdom over treasure. Drop drums on. You can catch me. You can catch me in the zone. Beat slams backing on. Crowd chant louder.
Natural born. Natural born. Natural born. Natural born.
Glow power protection. Billionaire society. BlessemLord. Mainline. Blue folder.
Hit faded.
Blue folder. Aching glow. Natural born. Zone. Yeah. Stand firm. Beat drops hard. Yeah. You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. 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 Natural born. Across the nation, value one, handle it all with tender care. Word of a holy notion token if your life gets spared. Enemy out to get you wild and he playing foul. Joy ain't a pen pal, deceptive with a grin and smile. So charming, type your life. He bite, but he hold no mic. Devil, you get to burning, I'm learning to shine through night. Like my wrist game, how it glisten, I'm different when I do my thing. Old man came, look at my chain, global boom with a kingdom bang. Not global fame, but I'm pushing 24s, knock street like thunder, beeline Judah raw. Hit a line, growl from under, dress a bass style. Hyphy raider on the prowl, late night soul renovator, blue folder standing tall. Undercover, serve like tougher when I fish and spill truth. King of the hill for real, reflect God in the booth, real. Reflect God in the booth, real. Reflect God in the booth, You can catch me in the zone, fighting principalities, powers of the air. I'm with the Father, never alone. Natural born leader in this globe. Yeah, I'm rapping, I'm a Christian player. 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 Natural born. I'm out here bubbling, records selling late the streets. Encore, more warriors fighting for peace. Up in the kingdom where it rains. Beware, edifying, build the body up strong. Keep the unity aligning, weather blizzard gloom. I grab my platoon, soldiers bear fruit of the loom. Make the devil clear the room. Tycoon with the tune, nobody better disrespect the way I juggle these words. As good as it gets, hood legit. More people looking up now, solid rock cry. Jesus hotter than fire in town, known when they not. Bands around the clock, hold my spot, Christianity top. Natural born soldier, never fold under pressure. Blue folder leader, kingdom over treasure. Drop drums on.
You can catch me in the zone.
You can catch me in the zone.
Beats left backing on. You can catch me in the zone.
You can catch me in the zone.
Beats left backing on. You can catch me in the zone. Beats left backing on. Beats left backing on.
Glow power production. Billionaire society. BlessemLord. Mainline. Blue folder.
That folder.
right, let's end this, man. Let's end this. We're gonna end this. Let's end this. We're gonna make this. We're gonna upload these, then we're gonna be done. We're gonna upload these, we're gonna be done. That was fire though, you know what I'm saying? We just picked this up right here. I mean, the King doing. We're gonna name this Razor Flame. We're gonna name this
I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow.
Hey, which one is that? I don't know which one I did. Hey, sounding so good.
I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music the blueprint.
Okay, it was this one right here for sure. All right, let's get it up in there. Let's get it in the store. Let's get it in the store. Let's get it in the store.
I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze it. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow, talk to them. I can glow, I can glow, I can glow. Did this cause I undog that. Been on the block, know what? That light like a foreigner on the corner with a warmer mind lost in the sky. Time flying by, but I'm getting to know that this life can get better. The king of the bling, God almighty. Told me the Bible a cold love letter. Light on my feet like a feather. Never think my feet ain't planted. Standing in the gap, my history, a little travery, but my heart been commanded to write for the Lord, Jack. Bring up my past, it don't matter. I don't care if you heard me talking stupid. I'm sticking to the blueprint, ruling the mutant, talking foolish like who this? It's me, new man. Resurrected with the plan. God almighty, the highly. Try me, I bet you I can. Set an example the world can handle. Searching for answers and praying. I know what happened to my generation. Lost in the strain, I'm just saying. I'm laying in the cut, Lord. Washing my hands of the friends that I ran. Jumped in the water, that dirty old strand. But if they listen and pay attention, kind words land. I know that you're gripping them, ripping them, bell with a beat.
Oh my God.
I'm sharper than a razor. This Christian music's the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you. I can glow. I can glow.
Oh my God. All right.
This Christian music the blueprint. And I be ruling the mutant. Fueling with fire trying to blaze. Tell them again, I'm sorry, I don't quite think they heard you.
All right, so look, we ran into a quick little problem, but what we gonna do, we gonna fix this problem, and then we are about to be out. It is time to go to bed, bro. Time to go to sleep. I got things I gotta do. All right, so look, we gonna fix this real quick. We gonna fix this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's fix this real quick. I don't know what we did here, but it's obviously needs to be fixed, right? What can we add right here? I like that. We're gonna fix that anyway. Let's get back to what we was doing anyway. All right, so what we just figured out is we're gonna be done, y'all. I'm telling you, I am not gonna be able to do this. Because we started it, we're gonna finish this. So this picture right here, that's your boy, what is this? It's right here. Well, that can't be it. See downloads. What is this? Oh my God. Now we gotta look at it. What is this? I know this is not it. That's an MP3. That's this right here. How do we? Should be able to see it, right? All right. So this right here. This right here. You know, I just want to just drag this mug. Like, let me just drag it. You know what I'm saying? Let me drag this mug real quick. Now, where am I at? All right, so now let's do this. Let's drag this mug. I'm on. Where can I grab this mug out? See, so we're gonna say, right, the image size to DistroKid settings. Well, that's a quick little production problem that you might run that you would need to know what to do in that situation. I'm sharper than a razor flame, a King Glow is we're just gonna create the picture, download it right here. Now the picture is now downloaded. Every time. Now we can go open up DistroKid. We're gonna close that one down. We don't need it. We're gonna go right here. Now we're gonna upload that right there. We're on hands. We can first get this on the radio and out of there. All right, it's sound like that, but we need to get this. Writer. Writer. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, producing and productive. Let me see, did I forget anything, y'all? It don't look like we forgot nothing. So that's good, right? I do want to pay for these sounds right here. But it's just one song. I want to pay for like all these real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to do it here right now. Upload more music. Oh, what we do, we're gonna upload. That was a quick little problem, in which I already think that since it seemed like we're gonna run into the same problem again. So let's open up this right here. See this new natural born. That's just high quality. You know, I'm gonna let this one slide. But after this, I'm gonna start locking in. But then that's what I'll be trying to say too, though. Sometimes when I'm creating, I'm doing certain things, and like I said, you know, keeping the internet to internet, and then I'm just, you know, allowing him to be able to do things with his music, but at the same time, protecting images. You know, we gonna leave this alone. We gonna close this down right now. We gonna get ready to close up shop, man. I am tired. hungry again. And y'all stay good. Stay blessed. Reverend Dolce out. Hey, it's been a good stream. We did it. We did a lot. Man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta go. I'm tired. Y'all stay good, stay blessed, man. I am your wonderful, beautiful, magnificent, glorious, given our glory, 50 literature, aka TNJ, better known as Reverend Dolce. Yeah. You got it going. Nah, y'all stay good, stay blessed, man. Reverend Dolce out, bossy. Take this green screen down, number one. Nah, pop up. I'll just be just me. You know what I'm saying? The green screen looks good. I love the green screen. You can do a lot more. And we even